Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Ray token. This is the native token of the Raydium DEX. So I did get into this project in the last month and started staking it on the Raydium exchange. And I am participating in the pre-sale IDOs that they're having over there. So I mentioned all of this on my Patreon. Links are in the description, guys. So low cap gem calls, early buy alerts, sell alerts, all that type of stuff is in there. So I did buy into Raydium at $3.50 at $3.40 over here. So I'm a bit up over here, and if you entered over here, you would have been up as well. But right now, as you can see, we're potentially in some sort of an ascending triangle over here on the daily chart. But that's besides the point. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. If you want to invest in the cryptocurrency market, you should do your own research before doing so. Now, we are losing our swing low over here of the August. This is when it was launched, when the token was launched on Binance. And we're going below that. So this is a great entry point in my opinion. We do have a Fibonacci retracement right now set up from the swing high August 28th to the swing low August 10th when it was listed on the exchange. We do have the 1.272 target over here at $2.51, and I do think we're going to get there if Bitcoin starts pulling back to 30K. And as you can see right now, we are in some sort of an ascending triangle over here. If I just do something like this, let me just show you. If I take a trend line, right, and draw it like that, you are creating constant higher lows, right? And as for the resistance, you're still kind of bouncing. You had a little fake out over here, but you are below this resistance. So I'm expecting a little move to the upside. Potentially, we may bounce off the 20 EMA on the daily chart. So that can be a nice little swing trade for you, and you can buy back in over here at the swing high. So that's a nice 13% move for you. So this over here would be your buyback if you want to sell on the 20 daily EMA, $3.83 to be safe, obviously. But if you start entering this relief rally, right, and the markets recover and you see your token go up and it's going to hit the head on the golden ratio, it's going to hit its head on the golden ratio. From there, that could be your dead cat, scenario, because the golden ratio is the most important level on the Fibonacci retracement. The 0.618 is sitting at $6.90 over here. You should pay attention to this. Once you break this level, that's when you're kind of flipping bullish, right? If by that point you have the bullish cross on the daily chart, where the 20 yellow EMA over here crosses above the 55 red EMA over here, if you count all those factors in, you are going to be flipping bullish, right? And you are going to be bullish, and you're going to have technical targets to the upside, obviously. But right now, we are looking at $2.50 if we keep hitting our head on this swing low of the Fibonacci retracement, or even if we break to the upside and start losing this level over here, I would look at $2.55 roughly to be safe, right? Never set the buy orders at the exact levels of support. Jumping into the RSI over here, as you can see, we are being suppressed by this invisible resistance line. So let me just draw it out. Okay, so we're going to have a couple of them actually. We're going to have a couple of resistance lines over here, and this will just show, actually we don't need a couple of them, we're just going to need one over here. So as you can see, this white trend line has been holding us as resistance and rejecting us every time we touched it ever since November 3rd. So one bounce over here, second bounce over here, and another bounce over here January 25th. And once you are in the oversold over here, this is great buying opportunities. And we do have another kind of channel over here. So this is almost like a falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. So potentially, like I said, we are going to have a little breakout relatively soon. Bitcoin may flip bullish, and we may see a backtest of support over here and continuation of the trend, or we may completely break to the upside, right? No one knows what's going to happen, but if you do see the Ray token break to the upside, I would only advise you look into buying it once you start seeing the pullback, right? Or ideally a backtest of support of this previous resistance. So keep those things in mind. Let's jump into a different chart over here. Like I said, you have to look at the golden ratio over here, a great resistance zone. We even back tested as resistance before dropping even lower. So keep an eye on that. Now let's jump into the 4-hourly chart over here. So on the 4-hourly chart, we are in this sort of rising wedge. And the target from the rising wedge is going to be all the way down here where the wedge was created. So that's $3.23. So that can be potentially a nice buy order for you. To invalidate this wedge, what you need to do is simply break through this resistance and back test it as support and continue on with the markets. But obviously Ray will do whatever Bitcoin does, so you have to keep that in mind. You have to keep the Bitcoin's movement in mind when you're charting and setting expectations for your altcoins. Jumping into the 4-hourly chart, we do have a hidden bullish divergence here where the stochastic RSI did print a lower low, as you can see, but the price action keeps on printing higher lows. As you can see over here, from here to here, you have a higher low. So this is a hidden bullish divergence with the stochastic RSI, and this is telling me that we are, in fact, going to see this breakout. This gives me more confidence in a potential breakout. So let me just bring out some of the EMAs to the 4-hourly chart. So you have the 100 EMA over here, you have the 200 EMA, and you have the 150 EMA up. The purple one is the 200, 150 below that is the orange one, below that the 100 EMA is the white one. So what I'm thinking is we're going to run into either one of these once we're going to start breaking out of this. That is if we're going to start breaking out. But if we start breaking out, I would target the 150 EMA at $4.64. And from there, we might just start, coming back down, because the important thing for us is to break this swing high, right? Because if you're not going to break that swing high, you are still bearish. Let me just set the Fibonacci retracement here on the 4-hourly chart so that we can set some more resistance levels and see what's going on. So the golden ratio over here is going to be a very important resistance zone at $4.30. This is just a smaller Fibonacci retracement, and I'm just going to give you this. I'm just going to give you this zone over here so that you can eyeball it and have it on your chart. So this is going to be your nice take profit zone if we start pumping. And if you're looking to take profits, obviously I'm not forcing anyone to sell. If you're looking for a quick flip, this would be your good opportunity. If you bought in at this dip, let's say somewhere over here, you would be up around about 40 to 30%, which is not that bad. If you see yourself, actually, as you can see on the 4-hourly chart, we have just started bouncing back up actually. So if you bought in at this white trend line, you would be up around about 28 to 19%, which is not bad as well. So we can still be bouncing within this range for a couple more days, to be honest with you. So maybe look for another back test of support over here of this white trend line. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much everything I wanted to mention regarding the Ray token. I will be dollar cost averaging into it a bit later. If it drops below $2.50, I'm going to buy a bit more. I currently have 200 tokens staking, and you don't really need a lot to participate in the IDO. You need 100 tokens, but I do have 200 so that I can get more tickets. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Make sure to check out our Twitter. We do have a Twitter where I post technical analysis on some of the projects that we follow and some of the projects that we don't follow on the YouTube channel. We do have a Telegram chat with a great community. If you need any help, that is the place to be. And we do have a Discord server with a lot of tips and useful information in there, as well as the latest crypto news. And make sure to check out the Patreon. We do have a Patreon on this channel. Great way to support me, great way to support me financially, obviously, but it's a great way to get a lot more exclusive content, some nice buy orders and buy alerts that will, potentially earn you a lot more money, and you're gonna profit from your Patreon subscription. We did have recently a nice buy order for Polkadex and a nice sell order afterwards. That was a 50% trend that 50% trade that we did with our Patreons. So yeah, it's a great investment in my opinion. I do have more than 50 posts per month, I think, on Patreon. So it's not like I'm not posting anything or just I post once a week. I do post regularly on a daily basis there. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.